Okay, here we are again. Happy Thursday, everybody. In case you didn't know, there was a huge Adepticon preview yesterday. I'm sure everybody across the internet's talking about it, at least in the Warhammer community, and some that are outside, to be honest with you. So we're going to go over a bunch of those things. We're going to go over most of the 40K stuff, if not all of it. I did include some of the kill team stuff because, of course, kill teams essentially 40K on a smaller scale. Yes, I know the rules are slightly different, but essentially same universe, same games system-ish. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through some of the stuff, some of the pictures and stuff, and go over my opinions and, you know, some of the stuff that they showed online. So before we get into that, I know I did a video earlier in the week. I showed off my big project, the unboxing. I was going to show a little something of what I've been working on, but to be honest with you, we're on the priming stage. Nothing looks fantastic. Didn't get a lot of solid paint time on it yet. I did spend 2 nights, maybe, and part of a third, just doing some cleanup on the model and cleaning up some connections and stuff like that. And then I washed everything to make sure that all the resin was washed and stuff like that. I am talking about that Warhound Titan. We are going to have some videos on it in the near future, but for now, we're just going to shelf that. Not literally, because I'm still working on it, but we're going to shelf that topic for now until I get something that I can actually show you guys. So what we are going to work on, though, or look at a little bit here, is we're going to talk about the Adepticon preview. And of course, there was some huge stuff that came out, huge stuff, stuff that we were expecting, some stuff that we weren't expecting. And so I got some pictures up here. We're going to go through them one at a time. And we'll see where we're at. So first things first, we have this new Inquisitor model, a Xenos Hunter Inquisitor. He's riding some kind of spider horse. And if you want the details for all of this, you can gladly go to the Warcom site and check out the Warcom site, and that will tell you everything you need to know about the lore and the specifics on this. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. I am an Astra Millen player. I do have some Imperial agents. I think this model is really cool. He would probably go really well with the Death Riders with Krieg. He would probably go pretty well with, you know, a lot of your Astra Millen stuff. I'm not sure where he specifically lays out, if he is just an agent or if he's going to be on something else. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of excited about the model. He looks really cool. Looks like it's going to be a fun thing to paint. This right at the front end of the horse here, those little spider legs kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. And of course, that mask on the horse thing, I kind of scared to see what's underneath and kind of would like to see what's underneath. So either which way, I think he's a fantastic model. I might just add him to my collection because he's kind of cool. Next up, we do have Commissar Graves. Commissar Graves, not only does he come on foot, and he is an impressive looking model on his own, but boy, in that tank of his transport, I'm going to tell you, the first thing that I thought of was he looks like those old pictures of Commissar Yark and the Baneblade. Maybe they need to go back to that at some point. It definitely gives me that drive the tank closer and let me hit it with my sword kind of feel. So I think this is a cool model. All the pictures that I've seen of it, every angle, this looks like a really sharp model. Definitely one that I'm probably going to add. I'm going to say that it's most definitely one that I'm looking into. Let's put it that way. Depending on the cost, of course, and how useful he is on the battlefield. But to be honest, that long coat with that's just my vibe as far as Astra Militarum is concerned. I always loved the Mordian Iron Guard with their yeah. Oh, is there an unmasked? Oh, that's very cool for the creature. He said there's a pic on the GW community site of it says unmasked head option, so we'll have to check that out. I must have missed that one, but yeah, this guy, this Commissar Greaves, no matter what he is, I'm kind of impressed by this, both on foot and in the tank. He's a really cool looking model. Of course, if you haven't seen, they even did a full animation. Yarrick is back. This bad Mama Jamba. He's this new model is fantastic. It's everything that I wanted out of Commissar Yarrick. Old Bale Eye. He's got the eye. He's got the mega knob, power claw. Just a fantastic thing. So glad that they brought him back with Armageddon. I think it's just a fantastic choice. He makes me happy, and he will be. I mean, right now, when I pick him up, he will be my only epic hero out of the Imperial Guard, my Astra Militarum. So, he is definitely on the want list. All right. Wazdaka, what I mean, they just did a phenomenal job with this model. Just ridiculous. Like I don't even know that I could have dreamt up a model for this to look cooler. If you are an orc player and you don't have this guy in your collection, I think there's seriously something wrong with you. This model is just freaking amazing. Just amazing. Everything, I like everything about him. So, I mean, we're definitely leaning in that cult of speed. And of course he is a war boss. So, I don't even know what else to say. All the pictures are on Warcom. They show them from a lot of different angles. I just wanted to put one up here because I thought this guy was incredible. Today is a great day to be an orc player. That's all I'm going to say. This character for the Sisters of Battle, the Sororitas, I forgot to write down her name, but this is a cool looking model. My son, Logan, she's like, she is one cracked missile away from falling off that chair. I can't say that it's wrong. I'm sure that she's got some kind of refractor field or something like that. I do like the idea of the, chicken walker style, the sentinel legs, and then this big throne on top. I think the sculpt's amazing. I'd really like to see it in person. I'm not like that 100%. Oh, I need to have this model, but she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. And of course, all this comes without rules because they didn't put any rules out. But we will talk about some things with the rules coming up later. But as far as some of these miniatures that are coming out, if there's rules, I didn't see them. Let's put it that way. But I don't think they put rules out for all these characters. The Astra Militarum got new transports. This is the Centaur. So much like a Taurox, but open topped. I really like this model. I'm hoping that this is a new theme that they're going with. I know everybody's jumping on it's very World War I themed. Well, if you haven't noticed that most of Astra Militarum is World War I themed with a little bit of space stuff thrown in with it. And of course, over this past couple years, they are getting more and more Earth Army vibes. All the stowed stuff on there, the shovels, and of course I know shovels are Krieg territory, but the shovels, the sandbags, all the other stuff that's on there. This This model, though, is actually pretty freaking epic. I'm a big fan of it. My Astra Militarum might see some love in this edition, that's for sure. This Hippogriff, this guy too, again, World War II tank. I got it. Love it. I'm a huge fan. These were vehicles that I kind of grew up interested in as far as the aesthetic of them. I always liked the idea that not all tanks had the treads and trundled around the thing, where some of them were like, not to copyright infringe, Jeep like. So I'm a big fan of this. I think this is just an amazing vehicle. I do see that there's a couple different turret options. I'm hoping that maybe there's like, I mean, I'd be happy with 3. Actually, I think there's 4. There's 4 that are actually pictured here. I'm very happy with that. I think that's an amazing model. I love the attention to detail that they put in there of the guy on top just holding the pistol out. I think it's really cool. I can't wait to actually see one in person. They look amazing. Of course, with all that's coming out, we are getting the Return of Yarick, the Armageddon books. It does look like there's going to be some story, some rules on armor and stuff like that, and the detachments that are going to go with the Armageddon. I'm assuming, but not 100% sure, this is going to be inclusive, so all the armies that are involved will be in here, kind of like the Maelstrom and going back like Pariah Nexus and stuff like that. I'm sure that will all be inclusive in that situation. Next, they got a couple new battalion box sets that are coming out. Do like the Astra Militarum one. They have the Rogel Dorn, 2 of those Hippogriffs, 1 of the Centaurs, and you get a bunch of guys in the back. I'm thinking it's a command squad plus another squad, but I'm sure they'll piece that out as things go ahead. The Adeptus Sororitas, they got a new battalion for that too. They did have presence on Armageddon as well, so I'm sure they are going to be there. These do look, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, these are probably just bigger than a combat patrol. I mean, the Rogel Dorn, 2 and 3 little, well, basically 4 vehicles plus about, I don't know, 15 guys, 10 guys, something like that. It is a pretty basic set, but the cost is definitely there. I mean, you're talking Rogel Dorn by itself is almost $100 US, or it's over $100, something like that. These 2 tanks, I'm sure they're not going to be $40. I think they're going to be probably more towards the 70 for all those, and then the box. So I'm thinking probably closer to the 250 or 240, 250 price range. The Adeptus Sororitas, a lot of infantry models that you do get the battle suits in the back. It's very cool. If you're into the Adeptus Sororitas, I think this would probably be a solid box set to get into. And then, of course, Death Watch, they brought back the Corvus Black Star. There's nothing wrong with that. This feels more combat patrol level. There's just not that many miniatures in there. I could be wrong. Didn't see exactly where they said what was going on as far as the battalion level boxes. And then, of course, the Orc one, you got the buggy, you got the trike, and then 6 Death Copters. Death Copters are amazing on their own. I'm hoping they don't get nerfed anyway. But I mean, if you're an Orc player, you probably got some Death Copters in your bag of goodies. So I don't know. Maybe you like them, maybe you won't. We'll see what's going on. I think that's probably one of the weaker ones, though I do like the combination myself. Being that I don't really have that many orcs to go with, I do have 3 Death Copters from a box set way back when. So Of course, they did mention that there is going to be the new edition, and Armageddon is the new box set. That's going to be kind of cool. It does look like they're Blood Angels, does look like it's Orcs. I think that anything that they put in this box set is going to be pretty good. I'm waiting to see the exact models that they're throwing out there. I think we'll find out probably in the next couple weeks for sure. Couple of things that they did mention about the new edition that I wanted to put notes in here is no more circular objective markers. They're getting rid of that. Instead, your forces will battle over critical pieces of terrain, such as bunkers, ruins, and relics. That would be cool. I've always liked the idea that you're going to be fighting over specific spots of the battlefield, not simply some random spot that's halfway in the middle of a ruin. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm very interested in the fact that they're saying that terrain's going to be easier to hide units than they were before. The rules for terrain's going to change, where it's going to make it harder to hit rather than a change in the save. Very interesting. Very interesting. It would be nice to see that you could actually hide in terrain, especially please 40K or Warhammer, whoever's listening, bring back trees and forests. I think that would be fantastic. I always love the trees and the forests and the hills and stuff like that. I mean, playing in the cityscapes are kind of cool, but I'd really, really, really rather get some realistic battlefields, not just everybody's in the middle of, downtown. Does say that the stratums are going to change. You can no longer have multiple stratagems stacked on them in a phase. Powerful units will now have to cause havoc on their own without the crutch of stratagems, making them punch harder than they should. And of course, it'll also help them. That won't be able to stack them as much and make them harder to kill. So I think that's a good idea. I'm hoping to see what stratagems change and how they change. To me, the stratagems that are in 10th edition right now are kind of stale. You're only seeing 2 or 3 out of each book, a couple of the basic ones out of the rule book. It's not super exciting at this point. I do like to see when other people find something interesting that can use, but I know there's going to be pains in the new one too, and the way they stack and stuff like that. So hopefully they get it a little bit better this time. Jeff says they said if you start in terrain and are more than 15 inches away from the enemy, you cannot be targeted until you activate. So Alpha Strike are going away. Very cool. I did see that too. The fact that you can be far away and just can't get shot if you're hiding. I think that's a great idea. No more Alpha Strikes. I like the Alpha Strikes, but I really think that, it could work differently. And of course, they got new Orc Boys, kind of cool looking. Very happy with the Orc Boys. And of course, if you haven't read, there's all kinds of stuff out there about the new Space Marines that are in there, where they're going to incorporate some of the tactical armor from the Firstborns into the Primaris models. And I'm not sure if it's vice versa, but either way, you're going to have some of that older styles. I would be quite happy if they put beaky helmets on some of the Primaris models. Always been a big fan of the beaky models. No more. Jeff also says no more having to declare who you are charging. Just roll and then decide who you're charging. That's kind of cool. It gets you into combat a little close, a little quicker, stuff like that. And of course, while we're getting into that, they did say that they're going to change melee combat. once you're in there. So the order of pile in and consolidate moves are going to change. Faster system for assigning wounds. Order of activation has been changed to help balance out fights first units. Combat focused armies will get a couple of bonuses that open up options for aggressive plays. Firstly, you select your target for a charge after you've made your charge roll, meaning your unit is less likely to be left twiddling its thumbs, just what Jeff said. And in some circumstances, units can disembark from transports directly into combat. That would be kind of cool. I mean, there's a lot of units that are just like that. They're going to charge out of an APC or a orc truck or something like that right into combat. What would be the point if really half the time, what's the point of driving your truck up and then having to put the models out around the truck so you can make a 2-inch charge? It always seemed kind of dumb. So I'm kind of on board with it. The other thing that they did say is the app. If anybody's using the app, I use the app. It is going to be kind of cool. They're going to include in-game scoring, plus the ability to see your opponent's data sheets while you play. So I'm wondering if that's going to open up more accessibility through the app. Because I mean, if you honestly look right now, if you have both the books, like I play, let's say Dark Angels, and I'm playing against somebody with Chaos Space Marines. If I have both the books, I can just look at both the books in the app. So obviously there's some kind of change that's going on there. If you can set armies and then you can read their data sheets. I'm a big fan of that because I don't like to be left wanting. But I don't know if this is going to be like one of those, you got to hold your phones together so you can share secrets, or if they're just going to open it up like a subscription service and just once you pay for it, you'll have access to everything out there. I sure hope it's the latter because would really like that ability for the amount that you pay for Warhammer, the app, and Warhammer Plus. I think that functionality, that subscription paywall, shall we say, if you could just get all the rules for, I'm going to air quote here, free, or just for the subscription, the monthly subscription price, I'm all for that. Please do that, because I would rather pay $10 a month and get everything that I need than to have to go out and pay, $10 a month plus buy the codex to unlock a code to do this. It's just overlapping stuff. So I'm hoping they work on that. I'm hoping they make the app better. Even if you get some more accessibility, I would really be happy with that. After 40K, I think I got everything from 40K. They did mention a new Kill Team box, and I'm super excited about this. Of course, you got Astra Militarum soldiers, and of course, the big enemy in the box is that Red Terror. Again, Red Terror is just this huge Ravener esque thing. I think it was always based on the Ravener. So to have not only the Ravener from old times being a new model, and this model is beautiful. And let me throw this in here because I did forget to mention. Thank you, Jeff. Big thing is all current codexes and campaign rules from 10th edition will work in 11th edition, at least until the new codexes are released. So I'm hoping that holds true. Hopefully they don't have like a big overhaul. But this seems to be like they're cleaning up the mess. They're filing everything down and getting everything into a better place. I'm okay with it. I think everything's okay. I think 10th edition is actually in a really good place overall. I do think that some of the rules are starting to compound. So a fresh restart would probably be a good idea. But really, I mean, it's really not in a bad place. But the Red Terror here, this guy is a gem. I love this model. My son, who's a Tyranid player, is absolutely drooling over this thing, and I don't blame him because it's really cool. They did mention a couple other bosses that you can get, the Amble, and I believe that's the guy from the Blackstone Fortress box set, and then you do have the what they call the archivist here, who is just Zote, and those were creatures from Horus Heresy time. They were in a couple of the novels. Very cool. These are bigger, both are bigger models, and the Amble. Oh, they're both from Blackstone Fortress. Okay. I didn't realize the Zote was, but the Amble was definitely from, and as my son said, his off-brand Ripper Swarms that come with them. And then the Archivist is a Zote, and he looks pretty cool too. So I'm really excited to see them and to see Kill Team actually do a boss type scenario. I think that's kind of cool. And that's it. That's all I have for today. Just wanted to do this quick video, kind of throw out everything that's out there. If there's anything that you guys are interested in, anything that you really want to see, we can go in depth into some more information as we get more information. I am going to put this out here now. When 11th edition comes out, I'm going to do walkthroughs on all the rules, and we're going to go over everything. I'm probably going to bore people to death, but this is going to be the way that I'm going to digest all the rules. I'm just going to do it on screen with you guys. So whoever's watching, whoever's listening, however you're following up on this, we're going to go over this. I'm going to try to set up some demos and stuff like that on the table, and once I digest the rules and get into it. So, but I'm going to try and pick up the 11th edition on day 1, get models together on day 2, let's say, and start making videos very soon after. So everybody that's interested in that, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're interested in Star Wars content, you can always listen to Bounty Hunting Across the Galaxy with Todd and Ken. That's me. That's Ken. Last week, we interviewed Mandalore the Uniter, who is the founder and creator of the Mandalorian Mercs Costuming Club. We have a couple good shows coming up over the next couple months, so you definitely want to check out that. And if you're into Dungeons and Dragons, you want to definitely check out Lake Clan Legends, where my sons and I play Dungeons and Dragons and sometimes Warhammer. So, and actually we have, I don't have it here. We have the Kill Team starter set that we're going to be, that I'm trying to push them through the rules so we can start doing some Kill Teams on that channel, Kill Team games. So hang tight, check that channel out. And remember, it doesn't cost anything to like and subscribe. Even if you don't hit the notification bell to see when I'm on, it certainly helps to like and subscribe. It helps everybody that you watch their content. Just 2 buttons: like, subscribe. Have a great day. So that's it for me. I'm Todd from Table Ready Painting, and we like to help you and your models become table ready. And thanks for watching. Have a great night.